Good morning, class! Welcome to the world of science. I am your teacher, Ma'am Mayreen. Our topic for today is about changes in materials that are useful or harmful to one's environment. Quarter 1, week 7 to 8. The learning tasks in previous lessons will help you to identify the changes in materials, whether useful or harmful to one's environment, which is the focus of this lesson. Look at the pictures. Is the place clean? Have you seen places like this in your community or in other places that you have been? You probably have spent time with your friends and other relatives in a swimming or playing in a clean and safe playground before pandemic occurred. Have you enjoyed your activities in this kind of place? The immediate place where you are exposed to is your environment. In a sea or river, there are different things that you may see. There are living and non-living things found in them. The natural environment where you are now is your home with your family and other organisms as the living component. In the sea, there are rocks, stones, sand, and water that are found. These are the non-living things where humans and other living organisms interact. What are the living and non-living things found in the playground? Are there activities that may be useful or harmful in your environment? There are interactions that lead to changes in the materials found in your home and in our environment. Seas are the habitat or environment for fish and other marine organisms. The playground has some benches and slides where you may rest or play. These materials making up the environment are always changing. Do you want to know why? Let's go! When land or bodies of water are dumped with garbage of any kind such as empty bottles, plastics, toxic waste, chemicals from the factories, and others, the land and bodies of water become polluted. Land and water pollution are not useful in the environment. Water pollution is very harmful because the fish will be harmed as their habitat will be destroyed. Trees, when cut, can be harmful because some animals live on trees. This will also cause flood in the area. It causes soil erosion, loss of habitat to animals, rapid change in temperature, and affects the quality of air that we breathe. Polluted land serves as breeding places for flies, cockroaches, and rats. These pests carry germs that cause diseases, hence hazardous to one's health. The use of fertilizers and other chemicals in plants harm an environment. This will lead to problem of air, water, and soil pollution. The nutrient enrichment phenomenon known as eutrophication will deteriorate the water quality leading to death of fishes. In addition to this, the seepage of fertilizers and pesticides also pollutes the ground, water that we use for our daily household use. So yung iniinom natin, pinangluhuluto natin ang ating pagkain ng ulam, pinagsasaing ng bigas, maaaring mapollute nitong dumi na galing sa katubigan. The harmful effects of changes in the environment are oftentimes caused by human activities, and this is so sad. Dahil mismong tayong mga tao ang sumisira sa ating magandang kalikasan. When the surrounding air is blanketed with smoke from factories and motorized vehicles, ashes and other dust particles, the air becomes polluted. Polluted air causes skin itchiness, lung infections, cancer, and other respiratory diseases. So, nagkakaroon ng malaking epekto kapag ang ating hangin na nilalanghap at ng environment natin ay madumi, maaaring magkaroon tayo ng skin problem, no? Magkakaroon ng pangangati ng balat, magkakaroon tayo ng lung infections, maaaring magkaroon pa ng cancer, at ang pinakang malala ay magkaroon tayo ng respiratory diseases. Burning of garbage such as plastic materials, rubber, and other waste is harmful also to the environment. So nakikita ninyo sa ating litrato dito na sinusunog yung mga goma, yung mga materials, mga plastic, at ang usok nito ay maaari nating malanghap. Hindi lang ito, bagkus pati yung mga halaman ay malalanghap ito at maaari talagang masira ang ating environment. So nagkakaroon ng harmful effect. Many items in household garbage, when burnt, release the dangerous toxic materials that contribute to global warming. Because the smoke is close to the ground, it can also settle on fruits. Dahil nga ang usok, andyan lang sa paligid, magfo-fall back to sa ating mga prutas, sa mga gulay. That becomes dangerous for humans kasi tayo yung nagko-consume nito, nung mga prutas at gulay na to, at nagkakaroon din ng destruction sa wildlife. However, there are changes in the environment that are found to be useful. The flowering of trees into fruits, utilization of leftover foods into compost, the use of animal manure for fertilizers, and the recycling and upcycling of different local materials are helpful to keep the environment clean and more adaptable for human, plants, and animals to live. This will lead to activities in food production and maintenance of a clean and green environment. Let's proceed to our learning task number 1. There are human activities that are either useful or harmful in the environment. You're going to identify the picture or the situation given here. You're going to tell whether if it is useful or harmful and what is the effect in the environment. So I will give you a few minutes to answer the activity. This is the first picture. You may write your answer in your notebook and send your answer to our Google Classroom or FB page. Next picture. So you can see here a guy holding something that can cut trees, something like that. So what do you think is the situation here? Is it useful or harmful? And what is the effect in the environment of what he is doing? The next image is this one. The girl is what? She is planting trees or planting vegetables. Is it useful or harmful? What do you think is the effect in the environment? Very good. You may send your answer in our Google Classroom or in our FB page. Let's proceed to learning task number 3. What kind of pollution is described in each situation? You're going to choose the letter of the best answer. Letter A, air pollution. Letter B, water pollution. And letter C, land pollution. Number 1, farmers can no longer harvest vegetables. Number 2, red tide is affecting the northern coast of the country. Number 3, the smell of the garbage is suffocating the villagers. Number 4, mine tilling are thrown in rivers. Number 5, garbage is thrown in empty spaces in residential areas. Number 6, factories release harmful smoke. Number 7, chicken manures release foul odor all over the town. Number 8, villagers dump their trash on a vacant lot at the back of the school. Number 9, fishermen use dynamite while fishing. And for number 10, using detergent soap while washing clothes in the river. You may send your answer in our group chat, FB page, or FB group, and in our Google Classroom. Let's proceed to learning task number 5. Read the situation below. Write your reflection in a separate sheet of paper or notebook. Materials that's needed: paper, notebook, pen, color pens, or crayons. For number 1, recall a situation at home or in the community where you participated in keeping the environment clean. If there are no experiences yet, try to make a plan of joining any clean-up drive or doing some household activities that will be useful and harmful to save the environment. So class, kung wala pa kayong experience in doing this activity outside, you may do it inside the home or inside the house. So you may do some household activities. Number 2, write 3 to 5 sentences regarding your experiences. Use the template below. I understand that. Continue. And then I realize that. Then continue the sentence. For learning test number 6, read each situation carefully. Choose the letter of the best correct answer. You may submit this activity in our group chat, in our FB group, and in our Google Classroom. Number 1, the following activities done in the materials are useful to the environment except blank. Letter A, what sides of the bond paper were used when writing? Letter B, old newspapers were used in wrapping gifts. Letter C, eco bag was used in buying groceries. And letter D, insecticides were used in killing insects. Number 2, which activity caused change that are harmful effect in the environment? Letter A, carved wood. Letter B, landscaped land. Letter C, molded clay path. And letter D, deforested mountain. Number 3, which of the following changes in the materials is not harmful to the environment? Letter A, throwing garbage in the canal. Letter B, using paper bags when shopping. Letter C, throwing hospital waste in the river. Letter D, using detergents in washing clothes in the river. Number 4, which activities are useful in the environment? 1, burning of garbage. 2, vegetable gardening. 3, deforestation. And number 4, composting. So what do you think is the correct answer? Letter A, 1 and 3 is correct. Letter C, 1, 2, and 3 is correct. Letter B, 2 and 4 is correct. And letter D, 2, 3, and 4 is correct. And for number 5, what is or are the harmful effects of melting of ice or glaciers in other parts of the world? Number 1, food. Number 2, destruction of habitat of some animals. Number 3, forest fires. Number 4, drought. Letter A, 1, 2, and 3. Letter B, 2 and 4 is correct. Letter C, 1 and 2 is correct. And letter D, 4 only is correct.